I didn't get no dick. Fuck this shit, bro. Don't do this no more. I'm just kidding. Note to self, never bring nobody from Cali. They don't give you
Well, it's the first night. It's the first night.
No, it's the second night. It's the second night.
You wanted to marry him the first night.
By now, I should be getting some. Wow. And I'm still not getting no. And I'm still not getting no.
Girl, give her a nice tag.
I'm still not getting no. So I gotta go get some from somewhere else.
No, but I'm tired. Okay. Is she okay?
That's not an excuse.
Oh my God, stop me. Okay?
It's not an excuse.
TikTok's worst mother, also known as Ashley Trevino, is a TikTok live streamer who has blown up over the past year for just doing some pretty insane things. Ashley, also known as the inmate hopper, has bragged about dating inmates, done sexual things on live stream with her pretty young boyfriends, dated a 19-year-old despite being at least 35, but most importantly, and I guess most significantly, consistently put her love life over her children. She has 2 young girls who she's not only kind of used for content and to push her career, but has also just neglected, whether it's picking to buy designer things over just buying them an actual bed to sleep in, or constantly just handing over her card instead of just cooking them a meal so they can order Deliveroo. She has just proven herself time and time again to be a bad mother. She has had CPS called on her countless amounts of times, but she genuinely doesn't see that as an issue because they've never actually taken it any steps further. And she also made that song, which kind of resulted in her being known as Miss Nunu. I can't believe I'm actually talking about this. Like, what is my life? She literally did a song about the smell of her Nunu. Now, we've covered Ashley on this channel quite a few times now, so I think most of us are familiar with what an absolute piece of work she is. She proves herself time and time again to just be a genuine social experiment. I genuinely think one day they're gonna bring the cameras out and they're gonna be like, this was all an experiment, guys, to see how you'd react, because she is genuinely unbelievable. And every time I look at her, she seems to get worse and worse, and it's just like, how is this physically possible? So she was actually banned from TikTok, and on her return, she was trying to be drama-free, but obviously the drama-free approach for Ashley doesn't really get her anywhere because she's not famous for her personality. She's famous for doing absolutely terrible things, and that's the case for a lot of these people. It's not their personality and what they do that attracts an audience, it's the fact that their audience enjoys watching an absolute car crash of a human being. So the last time we looked at her, she was basically falling off, talking about how she had no money, how she was falling off, and that she is essentially just a bit of a mess. But today we're going to be looking at her recent shenanigans that have actually brought her back to life. Oh my God, we're so grateful to be seeing more Ashley Trevino. I bet you're all so excited. And you might be asking yourself, what drama could she have possibly got herself into now? Well, you guessed it, guys. She's seeing yet another guy who's been involved with the justice system, and she's using other men for clout, or they're using her for clout, but she thinks it's real. I don't know, we'll see. Essentially, she's involved with more men, and there's drama, and it's cringe, and her kids are nowhere to be seen. Let's start. So in case you forgot, because it is kind of hard to keep up with the Ashley Trevino multiverse, I feel like she moves on from man to man really fast. And that's no shade necessarily. No, it is shade because you've got kids and you should be focusing on your kids. But if you remember Santos, this was someone she was dating previously. It absolutely blew up. Pretty sure they're not really involved anymore fully, as in they're not in any form of relationship or clout relationship or fake relationship or whatever you want to call it. She seems to have genuinely kind of moved on from Santos, and now she's seeing somebody new called Uncle Fester. Now, don't ask, okay? I don't know why he's called Uncle Fester. I genuinely try and just not think about it, really. Who's actually more closer to Ashley's age, which is a good start. So we're going to look at kind of some TikToks of them two together. Just, I don't even know.
This is what I do, bro. This is what I do. I do Unc's freaking clothes. Legit.
See, I feel like to most people, they're going to be like, Katie, what's the significance of a clip of Ashley Trevino folding clothes and saying that she's doing it for her new boyfriend? Well, the thing is, Ashley is known for being a pretty lazy person. She doesn't really do anything. She doesn't do any chores. She doesn't do anything around the house. She's kind of a slob, essentially. So it is funny seeing her kind of morph into whatever it is that she thinks her partner wants. And in this case, because her now partner is an actual older man who probably wants, I guess, a more traditional relationship, Ashley's like actually doing house chores in the name of him. I just find that really strange. Like, you won't look after your kids properly, you won't cook your kids a meal, but God forbid Uncle Fester wants his clothes folded. You're out here trying to show what a good wifey you are. Like, it's just so cringe. She's like, the things I do, like she's folding clothes, like, oh my God, I'm such a wifey. Like, first of all, you're doing this for Uncle Fester, which is crazy. And second of all, like, everything she does just seems fake. Like, it just seems like she's doing it for brownie points. She's so balls deep in thirst for validation from men. It just gives me the ick. Like, why don't you try and get your kids validation by doing good things for them? And where are her kids? Why do I never see them? It's always about men. Like, I actually can't think of anything worse than my online persona being known as like, I'm trying to please men. I'm trying to, like, imagine that's what you're known for. Like, just get a hobby, dude. I don't know, like, build some Lego or something.
She had the nerve to say her bones were showing.
Oh, wow.
The bones were showing?
Stop.
Look, hold on. Show him your elbow. That's the only bone showing.
Get stand up. That's why I sucked your soul tonight. I mean, this morning.
Yeah, actually snatching souls.
I snatched his soul.
I said everybody's soul, apparently.
Again, you've got a little bit of an insight into her new love thing. I don't even know what to call it. Her new situationship, I guess. And as usual, she's talking about the vile, vulgar things that she's been doing with these creepy, weird men. That's great. I love to know that you've been sucking this. I could have gone my whole life without knowing that, but I'm glad that your kids are probably going to see that. Like, I'm not saying, right, that mums can't be asexual. That's not the point I want people to get from this. But just because you are a mum, right, just because you are still a woman, just because you still have sexual, desires, we don't need to hear about that. I don't care who you are. I don't want to look at both of you and imagine fellatio happening. I don't want to see that. If you didn't have kids, I think it would be slightly more acceptable, but your children will see that. Like, your kids are going to be sent this. Like, haha, your mum sucks. Your mum sucks, Uncle Fester's. All right, no one wants that, and I certainly don't. But the reason I'm showing you this, guys, is because you need to have a good idea of their relationship, because I think this is the perfect clip to begin with, because he's essentially just calling her fat, saying, like, none of your bones are showing, like, the only bone that you can see is your elbow. So it's already a little bit like, this is a slightly weird relationship. But then again, it's Ashley Trevino. All of her relationships are weird. And when I first saw these two, I really thought, is this like a Clout thing? Like, what's going on? But I think it's a Clout thing from his end, but not from her end. She gains nothing from getting this man. She just likes the attention. He was kind of a nobody before this. He still is a nobody. That's so horrible, but it's true. Like, he is also a horrible prick. Like, in this relationship, something I've gathered is that they're both weird. Uncle Fester is like using Ashley for views. Ashley's a cretin, but I think she actually likes Uncle Fester because she likes any male attention, and that's just the truth. So I think they both kind of deserve each other, actually. That's my diagnosis. Anyway, their relationship has been pretty volatile. They've been breaking up and getting back together non-stop. It honestly just seems like it's very obvious the relationship's not working. He actually doesn't seem like a very nice person. I've seen some pretty horrible clips. It's been alleged by Ashley that Uncle Fester is actually abusive and has been physically abusive, which from some of the clips, quite frankly, I don't disbelieve, but at this point it is all alleged.
But that's okay, right? Like, literally, that's okay, right? All them bruises that y'all see on my arm is okay, right? Like, seriously? Look at that. Look at that. But that's okay, right?
Obviously, this is a sensitive subject, and what happened here is that apparently Ashley Trevino went back to the house where Uncle Fester was, and Uncle Fester and another family member like manhandled her out of the house after a breakup, and she ended up with a series of bruises on her body, which is obviously disgusting if that happened and if that was Uncle Fester that did that, which it's very much looking that way based off what we've seen so far. But I think, look, I need to be careful about how I say this. I mean, you guys know how I feel about domestic abuse. It's something that's really close to my heart, and I don't want it to seem like I'm making light of it. But the ironic thing about this is that Ashley has made comments about women who have been abused before. There was actually one situation she was referring to where she said that maybe if the woman had kept the man happy, essentially it wouldn't have happened. So it is a really weird situation to now see her try and get views and clicks from this, because it does just make you think like, okay, so it needs to happen to you for you to take it seriously. It just doesn't really show you in the best light. That being said, nobody deserves deserves anybody to be laying hands on anybody. And it shows a lot about Uncle Fester if this is true. It's just a horrible situation to be looking at. And for her kids as well to be online and seeing this is just, it's really not very nice. And I think nobody should be celebrating it or, you know, saying that she deserves it. No matter what she's said and done, domestic violence should not happen to anybody if that is what has happened.
Uncle Fester and his son and his cousin literally manhandled me and threw me out there. What to do? All my shit's in my car. I don't know.
So I don't really want to watch the whole of that. It's just like her or hate her. I just don't really want to see that. It's not a very nice situation to listen to. But basically that was the aftermath of her being like manhandled out of the house. And I truly do believe that it happened. I think there's a lot of evidence that suggests that not only her story has stayed pretty straight throughout, but also like the clips I've seen of Uncle Fester, he does just seem like a proper prick. And it's not unimaginable based off of the fact that Uncle Fester is quite clearly using Ash to project himself into the world of content creation. I think that's very obvious. I think all of these men are doing it. All of these men are equally as trash as Ashley. They know that I think she is somewhat a vulnerable person. I think she has a lot of bad mental health issues. I think she's very reliant on men and male validation. And I think a lot of people can see that and they use her, they take advantage of her to, I guess, benefit their own careers, benefit their own TikTok accounts, whatever. From what I've seen of this Uncle Fester dude, I do truly believe that this is not outside the range of possibility. But yeah, it's pretty insane. But again, she's just continuously getting back with him and breaking up again. And it's just, none of this should be online. And the fact that she is knowingly doing this because it keeps the views up, and she knows that because she literally fell off when she stopped being like drama fueled. It's just quite a sad existence, actually. There's an element of me that does feel bad. I think like watching somebody self-destruct in this way is just really tragic.
Somebody said, why did you guys break up? I'm gonna tell you, this is what happened yesterday. So we took off from Florida at 10:30 in the morning. We had to stop in a town where my mom and drop off the vehicle that we had and pick up my truck. This is at 11 o'clock at night. I went and stopped to see my daughter. My son wanted to see his mom, so we stopped. She got upset because I stopped at my ex's house, and she said that was disrespectful of me to stop at my ex's house for them. And that was a straw for me because I'm a family man. I don't give a dang. I want to see my daughter regardless. And I know my ex wants to see my son, which lives with me. I got full custody of my son. My ex has full custody of my daughter. And so we have to do this. We have to deal with each other regardless. She was upset. We didn't speak for an hour and a half driving home. It was another hour and a half drive home. And after that, I made the decision. You know what? It's not even worth it. Not even worth it. So I let her stay at the house last night.
So Uncle Fester, I hate saying that, like, what is my actual life coming to? He's saying that the reason that they broke up is because he has kids, his kids wanted to see their mum, so his ex-girlfriend or whatever, and Ashley didn't like that, which I think is really funny. I have two opinions on this. Now, that's crazy as someone who has kids yourself. You should know that it is fair for kids to see both parents. As a mum, if this is true, to be outraged by that is crazy, because I think it says so much about who she is as a parent, and that like she doesn't even think about what's best for kids. And we know that already because of some of the shenanigans and crazy things she's pulled with her own children. We know she doesn't think about what's best for her kids, otherwise she wouldn't be online doing what she's doing, right? But I think it is funny that if this is true, it's very, very telling. However, I also think that there is a slight potential that this could be untrue. I like to think as well that Uncle Fester, I think, isn't the best guy. I've seen a lot of clips of him now where he's just like manhandling her, seems a little bit of a wrong un, in my opinion. So I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility also that he may have just stopped off at his ex's house and used the kids as an excuse. That's just my opinion. There are two possibilities, okay? Two possible things could have happened here, and none of us will know. But yeah, ultimately, outcome is the same. They're both idiots, and I can't really sympathize for either of them because it's like you kind of deserve each other, to be honest.
Uncle Fester's cousin texted me to take all my videos and pictures down, but I'm not doing that because I want people to be aware that this is not the first time it's happened. It's not the second time. It's not the third time.
I think this whole thing is really crazy because not only is she back with him, which look, I'm not. A lot of people will say like, oh well, why would you go back? Why would you go back? We shouldn't be having that mindset towards victims. You know, I out of all people know it's not that simple, right? You go back to people who do crazy things to you for a variety of different reasons, and I think it's easy to see that Ashley is genuinely a mentally ill individual who does really heavily rely on her relationships with men, even if they treat her like doo-doo. Okay, but I do find it funny and weird that she's using all of this as like drama, you know, talking about how like as if like she really cares about like domestic abuse and like showing people that it's not okay, but then gets back with him publicly and then almost acts like none of it happened. It's just a really weird dystopian thing to see. Like it's horrible for her children first and foremost, but it almost just makes this all look like a story and a joke and an entertainment thing. And it's all serious things. Like if you're being abused, this is serious. It's not something that should be just dropped and that like, oh, I'm with him again, like time to make more content. I just think it's being dealt with in a really weird way.
It's happened multiple times. Like literally, it's happened like a lot. It's not okay.
So yeah, they pretty much broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. Look, I've been there. All right, I have been there. I have worn that crown. So I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to say you should leave. Why are you going back? But I do think this shouldn't be content. This shouldn't be what's bringing you views. This is disastrous. This is bad for your mental health. Look, guys, you might be thinking, okay, you're being way too nice to her, but she's still a human being. She's still in a volatile relationship. Maybe she is as bad as him, but if he is putting his hands on her, okay, nobody should be condoning that, okay? And Ashley, for the love of God, just find don't even find anyone else, all right? Just stay single. She needs to stay single, reflect, work on herself. What am I even kidding? Like, who am I kidding? That's not gonna happen. So then after breaking up and getting back together a million times, one of the most recent times they've broken up, they've now kind of been talking about each other and each other off for views again. It's so weird and whatever.
If I was to tell you how many times people have commented, did it smell? How did it smell? I promise you, every other comment on here is, did it smell? How did it smell? And I want to talk bad about her. I don't want to ruin my taco.
This is what annoys me, okay? One of the things I hate the most on this planet, okay, planet Earth, is men who sleep with women and then when they've slept with them, have all of a sudden loads of criticisms. Oh, it smelled. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. You were there. You were indulging. Okay? You were eating up that taco. I don't want to hear any of that. Okay? And I'm not talking about, having a one-night stand and then coming away and being like, oh, they had loads of cheese and it was disgusting. Okay? Because that's different, right? If someone genuinely has bad hygiene, it's just gross. And if it's a one-night stand, you can't anticipate it, then I think you have the right just to say like, okay, that was a bit gross. But I think it's really strange when you're in a relationship, right? And then you come out and all of a sudden there's an issue. I don't know. It's just a bit weird. Because if it's genuinely true, first of all, you don't need to tie the internet. But also, I just don't think it is genuinely true because this whole bit now, did it smell? Did it smell? Because of the new song she made. It's all, he knows this will get clipped and do well because people are like, oh my God, did it smell? Because everyone likes to say that she has a smelly hoo-ha. It's so immature. And also, if it smells, that's because your weenets probably smell. Did anyone know, like recently they did a study to show that BV, which is what causes smelly, can't believe we have to do science lessons on this channel, but for the men that go around saying, oh, she smells like fish, she smells like this, they have confirmed that BV, which is the main cause for odor in women down there, is caused by men. So think twice, guys, before you start going around saying that a girl you've slept with smells, okay? It's just so funny when I hear men talk about that. It's like, oh, buddy, let's see under that foreskin. But actually, I don't want to see under your foreskin, but show someone else your foreskin and let them do a cheese test. What? This is why I don't have my 100k black, because I keep saying things I shouldn't.
Uncle Fester gave me an STD. Wondering why I was itching.
Again, it's just like you're all playing this he said, she said game. Oh, her punani smells. Oh, he's got an STD. Oh, she's bad at head. Like, wow, people coming online to talk each other and then get back together. Like, how embarrassing. Like, you're back together now. Are you gonna like revoke that? Are you gonna be like, actually her pussy doesn't smell, I was joking? It's just so embarrassing. It's just weird.
I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
It's like watching like a 20-year-old. Like, she acts like a 20-year-old. Just like, act your age. And not to spark the ageism comments, because I have no problem with older people taking care of themselves. I think people should. Taking care of yourself doesn't have an age limit, but just the whole attitude, like, get off TikTok. Look after your goddamn kids.
Was the pee-pee small?
I hate many things on this planet, but I hate people chewing. It just drives me insane. Like, she wasn't even like smacking her lips, but the sound of people just going just is enough to make me want to blow my brains out. Seriously, fun fact about me, it's
The pee-pee wasn't pretty. I don't even want to think about it because I'm eating.
right. So it didn't look good, but you were happy to put your lips around it and brag about it. You're both so immature. What are you doing? This kind of stuff really annoys me, because you were both happy enough to have your genitals in each other's mouths. And as soon as now there's conflict, it's like, ew. Like, how horrible is that? Imagine like your partner, upon breaking up, all of a sudden has bad things to say about your body. It's top level immaturity. There's so many things you can say about each other. You're both stupid. You're both immature. You're both annoying. You're both bad parents. There's so many things, and yet you pick to talk about the smell of each other's genitals. Like, what do you want them to look and smell like? A rose garden?
Oh, did he just send me a threatening text message right now?
Who, Rachel?
No, the old man that I was dating. I suggest you stop threatening that you're gonna tell my job that I've been drinking before work.
Yeah, triple check.
Am I getting under his little skin?
Good night.
Oh, now he wants.
The old man. You mean the man that's actually your age? You mean the man that's not actually a 19-year-old for once? Actually, you're about the same age, and if anything, he actually looks younger than you. I'm sorry to say. You're so immature. Like, she knows she has to be too. This is the best part. I keep genuinely going to say, why is she acting like this? Why is she so immature? And then I realize it makes money. These things make money for her.
You said I smell.
I never said that. I never said that.
Do I smell? I'm asking you. Look, no. I'm asking you a question. I want you to turn the phone to you. Do I smell? Shut the hell up, stupid. So dumb, you guys.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. So this was posted 4 days ago. Okay, so I'm 99% sure this is recent. I was trying to figure it out because I was like, is this actually recent? But I think it is, because I think she's saying, does it smell? Because he made that video saying that her nunu smells. Both of you need to seriously just euthanize yourselves. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not. You're genuinely showing how little self-respect you have for yourselves. Actually, you have no self-respect because he said you're smell on live and you're back there asking him, does it actually smell? And she's like, stop playing. Stop playing. Oh my God. No, he's not playing. He's not like doing the playful boyfriend act. He's just embarrassed because he said these things and he's back with you. You're taking it as if you're like, oh, stop it, you. Like, you're having like this funny little playtime. In reality, no, he's just playing you. Sister, you need to stop. Get up off the floor, okay?
He said I snore loud. He said I snore loud. You said I snore loud?
He does. She does snore.
No, I don't snore. I don't snore, you guys.
I don't snore, you guys. I don't snore, you guys. You guys. A lot of people.
Yeah, right now it smells like tuna because I'm on my period. I'm just kidding.
Guys, also, on your period, I just want everyone to know, including the men, because some of the men just in this planet aren't very smart about women's like feminine hygiene, and that you shouldn't smell like tuna when you're on your period. That's never happened to me in my life. Okay, now, granted, might not smell the best if you're bleeding down there. What's happened to my channel? Look, what I'm trying to say is you shouldn't smell like tuna on your period. And if it does, it's because you're not showering enough. And even then, tuna? I do. And she said it was a joke, but also, like, it makes me think that when she is on her period, she does smell like tuna. That shouldn't happen, guys. Please go and see your gynecologist, which is what you should be doing anyway.
Joanna is gorgeous. That's your opinion. Yeah.
So Joanna is Uncle Fester's ex-girlfriend, and someone in the chat basically said that she's really attractive, and yeah, Ashley couldn't hide her jealousy for that one.
Don't make me pull this face card out. What face card? This one. Have you ever heard my sing?
My saying like she's Shakespeare. That's your opinion. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. It just makes you look angry and jealous. And Ashley, look, you can be beautiful and so can she. Okay, it's not a competition. Okay.
We're friends with benefits, actually, if you didn't know that. That's what we are, friends with benefits. We're like best friends with benefits. The pasivo is okay? Vale más que te pasivo, ¿eh?
Her and that goddamn Spanish phrase. All she knows is that phrase. All she knows is that one Spanish phrase. Something, 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 eh? Something, 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 eh? Eh? Why is she, eh? At the end, like, I think she is that, can I say that? Is that, like, offensive to Spanish people? I don't know. I don't really understand the Spanish language, okay? But why does she only know that one phrase? Can any Spanish people please translate that? Because I'm really curious to know what she's saying. I've seen a lot of Spanish people say, what are you even saying? I don't even know what you're saying. But it's just funny watching that. Anyway, so now you know who Uncle Fester is. Which, thank me later, guys. I'm sure you're really happy about that. But Uncle Fester is not the only love interest that Ashley has been having recently. She's also been seeing somebody called Junior, right? Now, this is where I think it's getting a little bit confusing, so I'm going to really dumb it down for you. So if anyone's like, actually, meh, just shut up, okay? I'm making it as simple as I can. It was Santos. Santos kind of out the window now. No one really cares about him. Now it was Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester's using Ashley for views and clout. But Ashley is interested in Uncle Fester. This is what I'm getting from it. You guys can have your own opinion, but I think that Ashley does genuinely like Uncle Fester. Otherwise she wouldn't be in the car crying about him. There is also a third person in this love triangle of sexy hotness, and that is Junior, who is someone who was incarcerated, allegedly for throwing stones at ICE agents. Which, I mean, there could be worse crimes out there, is all I'm gonna say, okay? He's my favourite of the incarcerated people so far. Anyway, they have kind of started this online relationship, which was completely fake. I think everybody knows that. All the skits they did, they were getting married, they were planning their wedding, whatever. It was very fake and it's very clearly for views. And not only is that obvious, but it's also backed up from the fact that she was doing these skits with Junior while seeing Uncle Fester, or while she was on and off with Uncle Fester, which is what kind of made it a bit confusing, because I was like, why are you seeing multiple people at once? But it makes sense because Uncle Fester and her are actually genuinely seeing each other. Her and Junior, it is all a management organised thing. But I still think, even though it was fake, Ashley's so thirsty for attention that she still kind of fancied him. That's just my theory that I've got. So let's look at some clips of her and Junior. It is a hard watch, I'm not going to lie. Hard watch or hard while watching, we'll soon see.
What's up with you and Ash Trevino?
Well, what do you mean, what's up with that, Trevino? Like, what are you trying to ask?
I'm trying to ask, like, do you see yourself going on a date with her in the future? Are you...
So this was the first thing that was posted. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum because it's got her new song and I don't want to be copyright struck. But it's basically someone, it's obviously set up, right? They've already planned that they're going to be doing content with each other. Again, I'm not saying anything about Ashley's appearance, okay? If you find her attractive and pretty, that's none of my business, okay? What I would say is he definitely saw this. He was like, oh my God, I'm a young guy. I've been in prison. I am right up Ashley's street. And he took that chance. He took that opportunity to grow his platform. And I don't respect it because it's scummy behavior. You're using someone. It's a bit weird. But at the same time, she kind of knew that it was fake and she just couldn't help herself but fancy him anyway. So it's like, how much sympathy can I really have?
Hey, Junior, it's Ash Trevino. How are you, babe? Welcome home, and please stay safe and never go back to jail or prison. I literally had my little fare with the inmates, and they're fine, let me tell you, but that's not the life. So welcome home, babe, and I hope you have an amazing day. And also...
Oh, this is so hard to watch. Like, it's such a PR move. And also, yeah, you've had your fair share of interaction with prisoners who have, like, done terrible things and have committed crimes against women. Like, I don't know why you're still bragging about that while you have kids. Seeing how orchestrated this is even more cringe, because, like, how desperate have you got to be for views that you'll pretend to be Ash Trevino's lover?
Are you patiently waiting for, Junior?
For Ash Trevino, yeah? Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah, look over here.
I am excited. Sorry, I'm over here like you know? What up, everybody? So we just arrived here at the hotel at Doubletree Hilton here in Texas. And we're going to check in, man. We'll see how it is. Oh, look at the hotel. Very beautiful. Wow. Look at that. Look at the bar. There's a bar up there? All right, let's see, guys. Is this? Oh, oops. Sorry. There you go, guys. Let's go. Oh, my God. Oh, it's nice. Yes. Look at that. All right. I like this. We got 2 beds. Oh, man.
Wow, what an interesting TikTok. How boring. How actually boring. Also, his tattoos are terrible. I'm sorry. I know people are going to say you can't talk, but Christ. Rent cannot be that important. Please stop doing that.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Junior, and I'm out here in Texas, and I'm out here with Ash with her.
Sorry to interrupt, but Junior doesn't seem to have much going on behind his eyes, does he? Like, watch that again.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Junior, and I'm out here in Texas, and I'm out here with Ash with her family, her daughters.
He's processing the fact that he's doing all of this for views. Like, her daughters as well, they look so awkward.
Dad and her friend. How you guys feeling?
Hi, my name is Haley, and happy birthday, Junior, and thank you for coming to Texas to see us.
I'm Julio. Happy birthday, Junior.
Happy birthday, Junior. Much love, baby.
My name's Evie, and happy birthday. My name's Lacey, and happy birthday.
Oh, that's right, guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate Ash for bringing me here and for showing me your family, your daughters, your dad, and friend.
Always.
All I want to say to you is, I really appreciate you. You're very beautiful in person, and I don't care what people...
It feels stupid watching all this, right? Because it's like, this is fake. But I think what I'm interested in is the fact that her daughters are young, right? There's got to be some psychological damage from the amount of like men that she's got posing as her kids' dads, essentially. It's like these people are like the father figures of her kids. And I genuinely think that this is going to have quite a negative impact. Well, it already has, but it will continue to have a negative impact on her children as they grow up. And I hope one day that these kids get older and they really cut the mum off, because they're going to look back and realise what a terrible mum she is. It's quite easy to overlook that in some instances because you're like, well, it seems like content, it seems like a laugh or whatever she's trying to portray it as, but this is like some actual children's reality. This is their mum. And they might not see it too much at the moment because they're also making money off of the back of it from having their own TikTok accounts, but quite frankly, it's disturbingly weird. And having your kids around these men that you don't know is so odd. You know, they say you should never have someone you don't really know around your children, men that you don't really know around your children for obvious reasons, and yet you're doing this continuously. And, you know, maybe this specific guy, Junior, isn't a risk to kids or anything, but you've had men who have been in, you know, prison for stuff they've done to women. How on earth you can have them around your kids and not feel on edge about that is beyond me, and I think it speaks volumes about the type of mother that you are.
I didn't get no this shit, bro. Don't do this no more. I'm just kidding. Note to self, never bring nobody from Cali. They don't give you
Well, it's the first night. It's the first night.
No, it's the second night.
Well,
it's the second night.
You wanted to marry him
What
the first night.
By now, I should be getting some wow. And I'm still not getting no dick.
Go give her a good point.
I think the funny part about this is it's quite clearly an attempt at, clip farming, which it has. It's gone viral. But I think the best part is watching Ash, like, genuine, like, you can see, like, she's genuinely like, oh, I'm not getting any dick. Like, she's, like, shocked that, like, this man isn't actually having sex with her. And I think that's the best part. Like, you're genuinely willing to someone for clout and to like say that you've done it so then that you can talk about it and get more views. Like, I think that he is genuine. Well, we know he's only doing this for views, yet she's like a little bit too into it. It's just a bit of a hard watch.
Give her a nice tag.
I'm still not getting no dick.
So
I gotta go get some from somewhere else.
No, but, I'm tired, okay? You see that, okay?
That's not an excuse.
Oh my god.
It's getting a bit rapey now, okay? If he doesn't want to have sex, I think being tired is an excuse. You can make any excuse to not have sex. That's the best part. You can choose. And if this was the other way around, it'd be a bit different. So let's not do that. Imagine seeing your mum like all over this younger person being like, you're not going to give me no. Like she's like being like, so you're not going to give me no. Like, Ashley, stop. No one's giving you. Just go home and jerk off or something. Like, seriously. Give us all a break.
Stop.
It's not an excuse.
Let you go. I'm tired.
Oh,
That's it,
really?
okay.
So I
That's
can be
it.
tired tomorrow when it's your birthday.
This is so embarrassing. I'm actually getting the ick. Get up off the floor.
Why are you being like that?
I'm not being like that, baby.
Why are you being like
I'm tired.
that? Why are you being like that?
You want privacy? Should I turn it off? Ash?
Why are you being like that?
I'm tired.
You want to go get dick from somebody else?
I'm tired.
Do you want me to go get dick from somebody else? Because I just literally lost somebody to like.
I know the whole skit here. I don't get what the skit is here. The skit is her being like, I'll go get dick from somebody else, whilst being really drunk, while he's just being like, I'm really tired. And the caption's so funny. When she wants that energy, but I'm running on zero sleep, sometimes persistence isn't cute, it's a turn off. Like, imagine this being the way that you're, like, advertising yourself. Like, the whole thing here is to grow each other's platforms and to clout chase. Yet, the situation you've created is her begging for and you saying you don't want to because you're tired, making her look really creepy, which I don't even think she's playing. I don't think she's, like, acting. I think this is genuinely her drunk, which, this is a reminder, she's drunk, by the way, and getting into the driver's seat. Let me get that out there first and foremost. And second of all, like, it's so crazy. Like, this is meant to be a skit. Yeah, I think he's being deadly serious, and she's being deadly serious. Where's the skit here? It's just embarrassing, and that's the idea of a skit. You're both being weird. And it's just her saying, oh, like, I'm trying to be coercive, trying to sexually coerce him by saying, I'll get from someone else if you don't me, which is really weird, by the way. But I just don't understand what the skit is here. Like, he's being serious and she's being serious. What's the skit?
Like with him, so like.
What'd you lose?
Uncle Fester.
So you are telling me.
If you don't give me no, I gotta go find it from somebody else.
Damn. It's crazy. It is what it is.
Yeah, because he just doesn't care. He doesn't care, but also admitting that you're going to... Uncle Fester, the person that you've, like, gone online and said was abusing you, you're gonna go and get from him. This woman is unhinged. This woman is seriously unhinged. And it's the fact that, like, again, I keep saying this, but this is meant to be a social media bit, yet he just can't be asked to even, like, make the bit. He's just going like, nah, I'm tired, and she's begging. It's actually making me feel kind of sick.
All right, love, so where do you want to go for honeymoon?
Let's do Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Again, I can't play the whole of that because copyright reasons, but they didn't get engaged. I think we all know that. It's really cringe. It's also funny because watching him do this for views while she probably loves the attention is also a bit of an ick. But also, even if it was real, right, let's say it was, just to be funny. Who's paying for Hawaii? Out of you two, who's paying? Because neither of you have got money.
Guys, so I'm gonna get a wedding ring, to propose for Ash. And I'm a little nervous, you guys. It's my first time doing something, but we're gonna check it out. And right now, we're currently at Walmart, but later on, we get us something better. Stay tuned.
There's not really much point in me talking about these individual clips too much because we all know it's fake. It's so fake, in fact, that it swiftly came to an end when Junior had allegations made against him that he was talking to an underage girl, which meant that Ashley then had to announce that she was no longer talking to him because of these allegations, which kind of brought a very swift, abrupt end to whatever the hell that was meant to be.
I am going to go ahead and end everything with Junior. It has come to my, that he was talking to an underage girl last year, and I'm not okay with that. For the protection of my kids and everything else, and my family and everybody else.
I mean, yeah, it is a good idea to end that, obviously, but I do think it is a little bit crazy to say for the protection of your kids after everything you've done and everything you've put your kids, through and the position you've put your kids in. I think it's kind of crazy work to say for the protection of your kids. She's not wrong in this situation, because if that is true, obviously, yes, you don't want him around your kids. He shouldn't have been around your kids anyway, because you don't know him, because he's a stranger. Is the clock ticking in your head at all, or is it completely just broke?
Else involved. I will not be talking to Junior no more. Junior, literally, I seen the videos yesterday of him and that girl, exposing him. I was gonna say some other names, but I'm not, because I'm not gonna disrespect her like that. I don't know who she is. Meeting up with her. So everything is off right now. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even know. I've never talked to him publicly. And if his manager has anything to say, he can talk to me. He did talk to me earlier, and I told Jesse the same. I said, if you drag me, I'm gonna drag you. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. You have money, I have money. We can both play that game. I am going to...
Yeah, I just think the irony is crazy. It's like the pot calling the kettle black, right? It's just insane. You I don't think you have any room to be talking necessarily about protecting your children. I think there's a lot you could be doing to protect your children, and you're not doing any of those things. That doesn't mean to say that she isn't right about this. Of course, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day, or whatever they want to say. But it's just funny when the morals only come through when it has to, right? Like, she has to publicly denounce him, otherwise people would hate on her. Like, if she could have got away with it, like, if she knew about this behind the scenes, if no one knew that Junie had allegedly been talking to a minor, she probably would have continued, because it's all about her image and how she's perceived, which is kind of crazy considering your image is genuinely in the dirt, and I don't think you can get any worse. What am I doing with my life? I'm really tired of talking about this. If you have enjoyed me talking about Trashly Trevino, whatever you want to call her, do leave me a thumbs up. I've got other videos that I've done about her which you can check out. Yeah, I feel brain rotted. I've spoke about this for an hour and 5 minutes. Lord, give me strength. Leave me a comment and a thumbs up, because I'm just goated. And yeah. Bye.